So, Raft is a survival game from 2018 that starts you off on 4 simple little foundations in the middle of nowhere out at sea. And in this video, we're going to be going through if I think the game is worth playing in 2024. And to start this one off, you can play the game completely solo, or you can play it online with friends. There are 5 different difficulties, and these difficulties range all the way from peaceful, where you can focus on the building side of it, rather than the survival mechanics, and it goes all the way up to hard, where there is absolutely no respawning. You have to be revived to get back in the game. But there is a nice middle ground with this as well, because if you stick it on easy, you don't actually lose anything from your inventory when you die. So you can essentially cheese things, and you can go underwater, run out of oxygen, and you can then just die and respawn back at your bed on your raft, which is going to be really helpful, especially at the start of the game, because your raft is going to continuously be taken by the current. And you can stop this when you're at islands by crafting an anchor, but that's going to require using your resources, and resources are what you want to gather rather than use. So it's just a nice little cheese in the game to get back to your raft without having to worry about losing it, because you can just lose your raft if you don't have, like if you're playing on a higher difficulty than easy. If you go exploring on an island, you don't have an anchor, your raft can just sail away and you will lose it. And when it comes to combat in this game, your main enemy is a shark. It's going to constantly just circle your raft, and it will occasionally come up and attack your raft, or if you jump in the water, it's going to attack you. And how much damage the shark does to you in each hit will depend on your difficulty, but when it comes and attacks your raft, you have to fend it off with a wooden spear, just as an example, especially early in the game. But it can destroy your raft bit by bit if you're not paying attention. But that's pretty much all there is when it comes to combat. There are some hostile animals that you might find every now and then on islands, but you're mainly going to be on your raft, so you don't have to worry too much about combat. But not only that, you are going to have to expand your raft in order to make progress in the game, from having to manually gather basic materials to having your raft do all of the collecting for you. There is a way to cut out a lot of the manual labor, especially of the basic resources. And when you're at the islands on the game, it's all about exploration. You get different tree types that will drop like coconuts, you can find pineapples, you can find watermelon, there's different flowers, some islands might have crates with goodies in. You never know what you're going to find. But sometimes your raft can get stuck, so as well as having things like an anchor to get your raft to stay where it is, you can also craft things like a paddle, and eventually you will build up in this game, going from paddles and anchors to getting sails and an engine, which is going to make the journey a lot easier and navigation a lot easier as well. And once you've made enough progress in the game, you will need to craft a station and antennas so that you can pick up signals for islands that are based on the story, because you've got randomly generated islands where you'll get extra resources, but then you get islands that are purely based on the story. So in order to make progress, you have to progress your way through crafting stuff. Then you have to go to specific islands and crack on with the story that way. But it's not just about the ocean and islands. There are little areas underwater, like little reefs. They're pretty much just going to be around the island, but they are going to give you really important resources, as well as some islands having trading posts so that you can actually go and buy rare resources, and you can sell things too. So there is a lot in this game, and something I personally love, really love, is the fishing. All you've got to do is craft yourself a rod and you are on your way. You will only be able to catch a few different types of fish until you get bait, which is going to come later in the game, and that's going to let you catch rarer fish. And there is absolutely no limit as to how much you can do in Raft. It's entirely up to you whether you're focusing on the story or you just want to explore and build a really cool raft. The game has an estimated playtime of anywhere between 25 and 60 plus hours, and I've seen people with 500 hours plus on this game. And when it comes to the price of the game, it's 15 quid, so you can't go wrong with this game. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend this game, especially if you like the idea of an ocean survival game. And it is currently on sale on Steam for half price, which ends in a few days, but for £7.50, this game is an absolute steal. There's a lot of exploration, there's crafting, there's your survival, you get crop plots, you can even plant trees and stuff. There is so much to this game, and with such a cheap price, you really cannot go wrong with it. But not only that, the game is a lot of fun. So yes, Raft, in my opinion, is worth playing, especially in 2024, because it is version 1.0. They've done the final chapter, they're done with updates for the game now. They've got it as polished as they possibly could have got it. They've got a lot of different content and stuff available in the game. And what we are going to do on that note is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about rafting in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.